It's Sunday and the one-day comp build is behind me. That truck we started on Friday Night Live and got it finished up for the competition this morning. The whole idea came a couple of weeks ago when I found out about this comp happening at Folsom Lake and decided I was going to build a truck in a day. What we've got is a flat rail comp build, something that I normally like to poke a lot of fun at, and I will continue to do so. Brett from Brazin Scale offered up an ATL chassis in G10, which is what I use, but I'm also going to get some footage today of the actual competition and the running. Now, I haven't driven the truck at all, other than just making sure it goes straight. I haven't even set endpoints on my radio. Obviously, I'm not also trying to be super competitive. A, I've never driven the truck, but B, this is a Sorca comp, and Class 2 style is what I'll be running this in, but I don't have scale points on this truck at all, really. So I'm just, it's bare minimum. Basically did it just to build it and go have some fun. Parts list on the truck though is pretty stacked. So like I said, it's a Brazin Scale ATL chassis in G10. I put a Vanquish VFD transmission in there. It actually bolted up pretty well. Didn't really have much struggle with it at all. I used the VFD transmission kit. I did use a lightweight motor plate on it. I didn't install the bell housing style plastics. I installed the machined gears inside of the case though, and I installed the 21% overdrive gear set in the transfer case portion. I used incision drive shafts to connect the Axial SCX-10-3 straight axle conversion kit axles. In those, I put a set of Hot Racing overdrive gears in the front and a set of Vanquish underdrive gears in the rear. My total overdrive percentage on this car should be somewhere close to 40%. Should be really high. I haven't done all of the math, but should be up in that range. The link set is an Incision SCX-10-2 set with a couple of custom links. One for the upper link on the front, one for the panhard, and one for the drag link for that chassis. The wheels are Vanquish Method 101s. I've got 350 hubs in the rear, 475 brass hubs up front, and 0.8 inch wide brass inner rings up front. Foams are Crawler Innovations soft outers, Little Nova foams. I've got the heavyweight foams inner in the front and the standard in the rear. That was mainly just because of what was in stock at A-Main at the time. I went with the J-Concepts landmines. It's the first time I've ever driven with those tires, so we'll see how I like those. I have no idea beyond that at this point. I used Incision shocks, of course, and then I've got a Proline Power Wagon body mounted up. As far as the electronics, I've got a Holmes BR Mini ESC, very tiny. With that, I paired it with a Crawlmaster Magnum stubby motor that John suggested. I did have a power shift winch that I installed, and since that BR Mini doesn't really have much of a BEC, I installed a Holmes SHV 500 V3 servo inside. So that way it's a direct power servo. I'm using Gens Ace 1300 milliamp battery packs, just 3S little guys. And then I needed, to kind of figure out a lot of the little details as far as mounting and things like that. I don't have any sliders on this chassis right now, so I didn't have that area to mount electronics. And I actually went probably a little overboard in a couple of areas. I made myself a carbon fiber battery tray that sits off to the passenger side that mounts off of the VFD. Turned out really nice, and it fits perfectly with the 1300 milliamp batteries in between the link risers on the chassis. Then I made an electronics tray that mounts off of the VFD posts that connect the motor plate to the main portion of the transmission. I made a couple of 3D printed pieces that slide over that, and then a carbon fiber tray that goes on top. And that's where I mounted my Futaba receiver, the power shift winch controller, and the BR Mini. Also, I made a magnetic body mounting system that goes up between the front shock towers. So I 3D printed a part that mounts between them to be a brace, and then a piece of thin steel bolts into that. And then I made a piece that attaches to the body that's got 4 rare earth magnets in it. And that piece actually also has like ramped sections front and rear, so it doesn't want to just lift straight up. You kind of have to pull it at an angle to remove it. Hopefully that keeps it from falling off so easily, because the only body mounting on the truck right now is that piece. We'll see if it works. And I made a bed floor in the rear that uses some textured ABS, and I kind of cut a pattern in it like a truck bed on my CNC router. All of the carbon fiber in that bed floor were cut on my Stepcraft D600 CNC router. It's super handy, and it's a lot faster than 3D printing, and the parts are a lot stronger as well. So it's nice to be able to design with that in mind, so that I know I can just quickly cut something out and have it ready to go. Then I can combine it with smaller 3D printed parts so that I can speed the whole process up. I'm using my Futaba 4PM for the radio. The receiver is a 2106GF. It's an aircraft laydown style receiver that works with the Futaba surface radios. It's hard to beat. But I think that's it for the parts list. Now it's just time to drive it and see how it handles. Brazin Scale, I believe, is here, or he was going to be here, and Team Garage Hack guys are here. I haven't met them in person yet. And then just the rest of the Sacramento area, Northern California guys who came into town. So looking forward to it. Let's go have some fun on the rocks.
All right, man, what do we got?
I've got no points. I have a front and rear bumper.
You have points. You have points. You have points. You got, I see CMS in there. All right, so we've got 4 courses total. 2 class 2, 2 class 1. You entered per class. The courses do not combine.
Thank you for doing it.
Thanks for coming out.
Thanks, guys.
Did I miss anything? Oh, let's get it done. All right, let's go.
All right, we're about to start my first course. I got 2 people in front of me. This is C2 course 1. There's 2 courses. I still haven't actually driven the truck. I've been talking to everybody all day, and that's about all I've got done. So I have no idea how this truck drives yet, and we'll all find out together. All right, here we go.
Okay, 3's up.
Yeah, why not?
Here, 4's up here. Stand up, stand up. That'll go. 5 is here.
Can't see that gate. .340 driver. Take breath.
7's down there.
Yes, 7's down there.
And make a big circle and come down right here. Watch 6 of them. Here's 7.
Different. Well, yeah, different stuff.
Okay, I don't know what your plan is for 8. That way.
Saw the line I saw. Oh yeah. I see what you mean there. Taking a reverse. Reverse. Just one. Broke the shaft or something in the rear.
Oh, right here.
30 seconds.
Hands here.
Free wheelie.
So I just finished course 1, finished just in time. Anyway, it didn't go super well. Some new car jitters and learning the car. Either way, it was a great time. Brett helped me spot, or he filmed for me. Donnie spotted for me. But now we're gonna follow Brett, see what one of these trucks looks like on the rocks that somebody has driven before.
Huh? I'm gonna try, man. I want to make you stay high. That's great.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Beautiful one.
520 driver. Get a sound when you hit the rock.
You gonna plan on the bonus or not, Brett?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Frogwell.
Come on, punch you. Down here.
345 driver. Video guy, driver on course. He might come there.
How you gonna get to 8? Low side or high side?
I'm gonna go up here.
Right at you. You don't want this copy? Yeah, I'll drink it here. I'll take this plate. Thank you. You're welcome. What's my time, Judge?
4 minutes left.
Okay, thank you. Oh. Anybody have a wheel nut or wheel wrench on? All right, thank you. Yep. Back to the previous gate. Is that correct? What's going on with that axle?
Minute 35 left.
Hey, pretty boy Floyd, we crawling?
Oh, perfect. Perfect, clear.
9, 10. Count it out for me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Clear.
Under time.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thanks, Brad. All right, course 2 is done. That went better. I think I've got a bad wheel nut and it came loose on me again, but now Brett's gonna run.
It was set up, it wouldn't even.
Let's get up there.
Come high, come high. You're good. That's what I wanted to do. You gonna go to a bonus or you gonna go? Where do you want it?
Back, right, keep going right there.
Yeah. Damn it. Nice.
Just carry the...
Send it, get to 10.
Well, good try.
You tighten that rear wheel up.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That active camber.
Ford Ranger. Come on, do Ford Ranger things.
You gotta climb
All right,
up
I'm gonna try and run this whole course again, but with one hand.
Behind me, see one? Oh, there you go, yeah.
Start playing, and eventually I'll get somewhere.
Do it.
Yeah,
Just
I
pull
mean,
the trigger.
yeah.
Just do it.
I've got it. I don't know. Magic.
Well, the day was a success overall. The truck was fun to drive. Something's going on with that one wheel nut. It keeps coming loose. I don't know if it's a bad wheel nut or an undersized thread on the rear axle shaft. We'll check that out and find a fix for it, whichever one it is. But other than that, truck's pretty much good to go. I am gonna throw the interior in. I just ran out of time to get that done before the event. And I may make a couple of tweaks to the front body mount system. I really like the magnet setup that I've got with the lips, but I may just increase their size a little bit. Other than that, I don't know that there's much else that I am going to do or plan to do to it. I think that it's pretty much just fine how it is. I will continue to keep ragging on flat rail chassis, but for their intended purpose, they have an obvious use. It was good to meet Brett from Brazin Scale and the guys from Team Garage Hack at the event today. I had to head out before the event was finished because I have a live stream to do. But that's gonna do it for this project, so quick one and done. I will put a complete parts list as well as any information that I can on my website, which I'll link in the description below. And with that, appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one.